Normally, whenever I make Dragon Ball videos, I usually have some sort of topic in mind, right? Whether it's what's going to happen with Dragon Ball Legends in the future, what's going to happen with that game, or whatever the case may be, right? But today, there's not really a structure of how I want to go about this video, just because, I kid you not, I literally just woke up. And after I woke up, I realized that this is probably going to be one of the biggest years for Dragon Ball in a very, very long while. I mean, case in point, we have Dragon Ball Legends going strong and is now entering its 6th year. Again, a mobile game entering that many years is incredible, but that's just Dragon Ball Legends, because Dokkan, if I'm not mistaken, is entering its 9th year. That is absolutely incredible, just for a multitude of reasons, apart from just being a mobile game, right? Knowing that a Dragon Ball game has been able to continue going for that long is absolutely incredible. Because usually, you know, we would have Dragon Ball console games at release, and they would last maybe a year or 2, or by extension, like if it's really, really good, maybe 3, and then we move on to the next, right? But this time around, we have 2 mobile games that are still standing strong, which is absolutely unbelievable. And they still get fantastic content throughout the various years that they've been alive. But even putting the mobile games aside, if we go to the console games, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has been going on for a very, very long time. Again, like the mobile games are one thing, but then Xenoverse 2 is another, and that game has been going strong since 2016. We're now in 2024, and the game is still getting more content. If I'm not mistaken, we're getting DLC 17 this year, and there's also going to be a current gen release of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And what I mean by that is it'll be releasing on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and I believe that's it because obviously it's already on PC. So again, we have that going on. And then on top of that, we have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the next Tenkaichi game that nobody was expecting to ever see happen. It's happening. And that game has everybody losing their minds. Everybody's trying to get ready for it, myself included. Like, that game is going to be absolutely insane. And you guys, again, already know that when it comes down to that game releasing, I'm going to be covering that game from head to toe on my channel. But we still have more things Dragon Ball related happening this year. And the last thing that comes to mind, or at least as of right now, is we're getting another Dragon Ball anime this year. And of course, that anime is none other than Dragon Ball Daima. Now, again, it may not be exactly what everybody was looking forward to. Again, everybody wants to see the Moro arc, you know, get adapted into the anime. They want to see the Granola arc get adapted into the anime. But it's still some form of Dragon Ball media that we get to consume this year, which is still insane because we were wondering how long it was going to be before we were to get something new concerning Dragon Ball in terms of like the anime. And now we know that the continuation is Dragon Ball Daima. And regardless of how some people may feel about it, because of, you know, everybody turning back into kids and whatnot, I'm pretty sure the anime is going to be perfectly fine. I mean, we've seen how well it's been animated just through the trailers alone. And not only that, they're going to be focusing more on like straight hand-to-hand combat instead of like, you know, planetary like devastations and whatnot, which I mean, I know could be like give or take for some people, but or at least for me, I think it's fine because again, it's kind of going back, or in a sense, paying homage to the original Dragon Ball, where it wasn't really just about planetary threats and whatnot, but more about martial arts and them just, you know, doing hand-to-hand combat. So I believe Daima can actually do very, very well. But all in all though, it's just nice knowing that Dragon Ball is in a really good position this time around, because if you guys remember, pretty much about a decade ago, maybe like a year or two, like more than that, Dragon Ball was kind of dead. And it's because we had GT, and that was it. There wasn't really anything else going for Dragon Ball at the time. I mean, of course, the games were good, but it was really just the same thing rehashed over and over again, especially with the story mode. But once we got Battle of Gods, we finally got to see things take a turn for the better, right? Like, obviously, Dragon Ball's had its ups and downs, of course, but just we started off getting Battle of Gods in 2014, and then after that, we got Resurrection F. After Resurrection F, we got Dragon Ball Super. We had those two movies retold in Dragon Ball Super, and then afterwards we got brand new arcs, right? And those arcs are now making it into the video games, right? And now it's not as if we're just gonna play Dragon Ball video games and just get the same song and dance as we've been getting, you know, for like years prior, like Saiyan Saga, Frieza Saga, Cell Saga, Buu Saga, and then if it's in the game GT Saga, that's it. No, like we got, you know, the Saiyan Saga, Frieza Saga, Cell Saga, Buu Saga, of course GT because they're still in the games. Then we have the Battle of God Saga, we have the Resurrection F Saga, we have the Goku Black Saga. Like, we have so much more content. And on top of all of that, from the movies that we got, because again, that's another thing that we were getting, right, was of the Dragon Ball Super movies. We got Dragon Ball Super Broly, and we got Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Both movies did very well, and now those are starting to get adapted into the video games, with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero being the first game, or at least as of right now, to have Dragon Ball Super Broly in the base of the game. I don't know what's going to happen with Superhero because obviously we haven't gotten any information on that just yet. Hopefully we'll be getting something at the Battle Hour, which is another new thing that we've been getting for Dragon Ball, and the Battle Hour is always a great experience. But yeah, as right now we don't know if Superhero is going to be native like in the base game of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. If it is, fantastic. I'm all down for it. If it's not, it is what it is. We know that it'll be coming as DLC. But again, it's insane knowing that we have so many things happening for Dragon Ball now. Like 10 years later, because again, Battle of Gods, or at least in the United States, released on August 5th, 2014. It's now 2024. Obviously, it's not August yet, but you know, just rounding up, right? It's been almost 10 years. And it's insane to know the type of shift that Dragon Ball has had from pretty much not having anything and being in the driest drought that it has ever been in to a series that gets nothing but updates, constant updates every single year. It's absolutely unbelievable to see how far Dragon Ball has come. And that's why I'm so excited about the future of the franchise, because we know, or at least as of right now, it's looking pretty bright. Again, Dragon Ball Daima, I'm excited to watch that. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, of course I'm excited to play that game. I'm pretty sure everybody is. Dragon Ball Legends, I can't wait to see what gets added into the game this year for the 6th year, right? Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, we're getting DLC 17. I'm excited to see what that who that mystery character is and what they do with the story. Dokkan is eating with its 9th year. 9 years of Dokkan battle. It's unbelievable. We are feasting as Dragon Ball fans. And again, like I said, the Battle Hour is just the cherry on top because it literally is the celebration of Dragon Ball within the span of a few days. It's a recent event, but that event is always enjoyable to watch. So again, I said, like I said earlier, I didn't really have a plan for this video. I just woke up and I was just like, man, we are really in the good timeline for Dragon Ball. And I just felt like talking about it. So that's literally what this video is. No type of structure whatsoever, just me being happy and just appreciating the fact that Dragon Ball has come so far within the span of 10 years to the point where it's another powerhouse. Well, not even another, it's a powerhouse again, right? I'm excited to see what happens with Dragon Ball in the future, but I do want to know what you guys thought about all this in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on how well Dragon Ball has progressed within the span of 10 years? Again, let me know in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.